Leading off in the top of the third inning, number 25, Nicholas Hurd. All right, Allison Nicholas Hurd comes up to lead off. First pitch strike by Tucker Isbell on the outside corner. Good way to get started off there.
So the Vikings get 2 back there in the bottom of the second.
And there's strike 2, 0-2. Hurd walked in the first inning and was stranded. That's when the Colts put up a 4 spot. They got another one in the second. They lead 5-2. And he swings and misses. It's a drop strike, but Cherez throws and they get him.
Isbell right after that first batter there gets the strikeout.
The next batter is number 18, Yahir Arroyo. So Arroyo comes up to the plate. He got a single back in the first inning and was stranded. This is his second trip to the plate in the game. Nobody on, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Here's the first pitch to him. It's a line drive. Oh my gosh! What a play!
Eric Olivares.
This Olympic moment brought to you by shortstop number 12, Eric Olivares.
A diving stab there on the
next
line
batter
drive.
is number 19, Nathan Pikert. Fly ball into left field, and that's the third out. What a great way to get 3 up, 3 down.
1-2-3 inning for the Vikings.
3 up, 3 down in the top of the third. The score remains Arlington 5, Lamar 2. Leading off in the bottom of the third inning for the Vikings, number 18, Nick Griffin.
So, Bill, let's see if the Vikings can build off of that momentum in the top of the third where they had a 1-2-3 inning, see if they can get some runs back here.
Nick Griffin got a single back in the first. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1. Then he was doubled up on that double play where the fly ball went to the second baseman. He threw it right back over to first. Kind of almost more of a line drive in a way. It looked like it was going to go over his head, but he reached up, grabbed it. That pitch misses. And I believe the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Vikings batting in the bottom of the third. Nick Griffin leading off for us here. Swing and a miss. Evens up the count at strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the Vikings have stopped the hemorrhaging of runs by the Colts, where they got 4 in the first, and they got 1 in the second, none in the third, and that 3 up, 3 down. There's a fly ball that's going down the first base line and goes about 3 feet foul. Griffin in a protect the plate mode here with a 2-strike approach. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trying to get on base, start things off here for the Vikings. Pitches outside, and the count goes full.
Good eye by Griffin there.
Here comes the payoff pitch. It's high, it's ball 4. He'll be on with a walk. Number 9, Tucker Isbell.
Griffin already taking a healthy lead on the first pitch there.
Throw back over to first. Griffin back safely. Here's a pitch way outside. Waller, the catcher, reached out. Snag that. Count starts off at 1 ball and no strikes.
Runners going.
Swing and a miss. Runners going. The throw is way off. Line goes into center field.
A stolen base for Griffin.
Stolen base for Nick Griffin.
Vikings are being very aggressive on the base pass tonight, Bill.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Yeah, they are. There's a fly ball, line drive out into right field. That's a Texas leaguer hit. Griffin comes around. He's going to have a play at the plate, but he's safe in plenty of time.
Another run manufactured.
Scoring is number 18, Nick Griffin. The next batter is number 23, Eduardo Chirez. Well, speaking of dusting off something, the umpire comes out, dust off home plate. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner at first. It'll be number 3, Jake Dibben. Courtesy runner at first base for the Vikings, number 3, Jake Dibben. Well, pitch gets away, and that goes all the way back to the wall. And on the 1-0 count, Dibben advances to second pretty easily. You know, it's kind of fun to watch this. These guys that play on different high school teams play select and club, either with each other, against each other. But they see, and it's kind of fun when they go out there and just kind of give each other a little fist bump and say hello to each other out there, keep it friendly. But it's a rivalry here. Pitch, fly ball going out into right center. That's in the gap. Cleanly, that's going to roll just to the center fielder. Here comes Dibben around third. The throw is not in line. And now going to first base, going to third base is the catcher. Scoring for the Vikings is number 3, Jake Dibben. The next batter is number 8, Parker Schutte. Courtesy runner at third base for the Vikings, Kyle Pewitt.
Schutte stepping in now against Perez.
He hits one into left center. Center fielder comes over, makes the catch. Here's the tag up from third, comes Pewitt, and he'll score.
Bill, that'll tie the game at 5-all.
Scoring on the sacrifice fly, number 14, Kyle Pewitt. The next batter, number 21, Cole Stellwagen. Yeah, good point, Al, because we've broken away here with 3 runs in the bottom of the third, and it's tied up at 5-all. And how many outs are there? Just one.
Just one out. So this is a little more like you expected at the start of the game, isn't it, Bill?
Yes, it is.
With the Vikings winning the game earlier this week by a wide margin.
Stellwagen goes in the hole first off here. No balls and 1 strike. Sounds like a freight train somewhere. It must be a very low flying. Oh, it's a bunch of motorcycles going down I-30.
Or some motorcycles.
Wow. That is rolling thunder. Hell's Angels are in town for a convention, I guess. I mean, it just keeps going. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fly ball. Shortstop calls for it. He makes the catch at the edge of the dirt for 2 outs.
Number 17, Ethan Bernard.
So Ethan Bernard comes up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on, but that's because we've scored 3 runs. First pitch is fouled back over the visitor stands. Bernard had that fireball triple back in the 2nd inning.
Gapped it.
There's a little dribbler to the shortstop, picks it up, makes the throw, and time for out number 3, but the Vikings tie it up. It's 5-all. We'll be back. Now, one of the things I find interesting in baseball is how often the leadoff hitter actually comes back and is the leadoff hitter later in innings. Wow, there's a ball that just drops between the shortstop and center fielder. I'm going to say, I mean, that's obviously a base hit, but with some communication, that might have been able to be an out. But there's a leadoff single for Barnes.
Yeah,
the next batter is number 4, Garrett Gardner. Yes.
And you were mentioning, Bill, the player who made the last out is the leadoff hitter a lot of times. Is that what the point you're...
Well, actually, how many times the leadoff hitter actually comes and leads off in an inning beyond the first inning when they're supposed to lead off. It's pretty interesting to me sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bouncing ball that's going to get between the first base and second baseman. And now there's 2 hits in a row to lead off. The throw from
gets away.
The right fielder, not stopped by the third baseman.
And on the overthrow, both runners advanced to second and third.
The next batter is number 10, Aaron Perez. Yeah, so now not only are there 2 on with, you've got 3 outs, by the way, up there. And first pitch is a ball. That pitch misses. Ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. There's no outs, by the way. Okay, there you go. There's a foul ball that catches the top of the net. One of those that sometimes a little bit higher hooks over and comes back in either in our window or hits one of the other windows up here.
A couple feet away from getting in our neighborhood.
Yep. 2 balls and 1 strike now. That one just misses. It's 3-1.
So after having a clean third inning, Isbell running into some trouble here, and
there's an out on the line drive to the center fielder. That's helpful. And there's 1 out with 2 on.
The runner at third didn't try to tag there, a little surprising.
The next batter is number 23, Jacob Waller. Yeah, had that ball been hit any deeper, he might have had a chance, but I think he knew as well as that guy throws from center field out there. Of course, that's Nick Griffin. He wasn't going to challenge it, especially as shallow as that ball was caught. So now 1 out, 2 on. High and inside, ball 1 to Waller.
And he was off the base on the line drive. He was not in a position to tag, so...
There's a called strike 1.
Also a bit of a mental error there by the runner.
Waller walked back in the second inning and had a courtesy runner for him who was stranded. There's called strike 2. 2 beautiful pitches in a row by Isbell. He had a double, 2 RBI double back in the first inning. Waller did. Here comes the 1-2. Just misses low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Isbell looked to work the outside corner there, throwing strictly fastballs to Waller.
And there's the call strike 3. Just what the doctor ordered. The next batter is number 8, Blake Odom. So Blake Odom comes up to the plate. He got a single back in the second inning and was stranded. There's a first pitch called strike for Isbell.
Isbell's now pounding that strike zone, throwing fastballs and locating it.
Yeah, another fastball that just misses a little bit high. And the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, Odom here, the number 5 batter, reached on an error in the first and scored. Reached on a single in the second. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. He's trying to get on for the 3rd time tonight. But now he finds himself in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Isbell can do a little something extra here. He looks for that low outside or low corner on the outside edge, but he missed it that time.
The other thing Isbell's doing is he's increased his pace. He's working very fast.
He is.
Looks like he's getting a good pace.
So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to the 3rd baseman. Shooting, throws across for out number 3. Nobody scores. It's 5 back.
Leading off deep in the heart of Texas for the Vikings in the bottom of the 4th inning, number 20, Manny Garcia.
Okay, Al, here we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Vikings tied 5-all with the Colts. Manny Garcia steps up to the plate to lead off. Looks at the first pitch for a called strike. Garcia walked back in the second and was stranded. This will be his second at bat.
So after getting the first 2 runners aboard in the top half of this inning, the Vikings come out of that inning clean and can now look to go ahead here in the bottom of the 4th.
Pitch is outside.
Shortstop's having a lot of fun out there. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, he's moving around.
Dancing around.
He did that during one of the tournaments, I remember, too, on a Saturday night late game, and he was having fun dancing to some disco music.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, that's Odom, Blake Odom. He had a lot of fun. He's doing it again. All right, count looks to go to 3-1
Looks like
for Manny Garcia.
His own world out there.
Yeah. There's a foul ball. Here's a pitch. Swung on. It's a dribbler to the shortstop. Picks it up, throws. And he is safe. Yes.
Odom half-hearted threw that ball, and he got burned there.
The next batter is number 10, Luke Fitzgerald.
All right. I wasn't watching the on-deck circle carefully enough. Luke Fitzgerald is inserted into the lineup in place of Jake Broom. He'll make his first plate appearance. A throw over to first, not in time.
We mentioned the shortstop for Arlington High, Blake Odom, was coming around. He did not throw that ball with any urgency on that last play, so I'd say that's an error on his part, and maybe.
Well, I think I'm going to score it as a single because he never bobbled it, and the speed of Garcia helped that. So I'm going to count that as a base hit. Yeah, if he had been a little faster on it all, he could have had the out. But when it's not bobbled and not dropped, and you got to give some credit for that fast speed by Garcia.
Yeah, definitely.
So here's a 1-0 count to Luke Fitzgerald. There's another throw over to first.
I think Odom just underestimated his speed there. Thought he had plenty of time when he really didn't.
Well, the 1-0 count here finally is another pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count goes even at 1 ball and 1 strike. You're holding Garcia tight. He probably, and Odom, the shortstop, he's still having some fun out there doing some high kicks.
He's taking it to a whole new level this inning.
That's entertaining. Here's a pitch, a bouncing ball that's going to go to Odom. He picks it up, lobs it over to second base.
Called him out.
And they turn the double play.
He turned the double play.
He's doing a celebration dance there. He is fun to watch.
Number 12, Eric Oliveras.
And the first pitch misses there for ball 1. So now 2 outs and nobody on after the double play. High fly ball going over toward the first baseman. He looks to make the catch, gets it in foul territory. For out number 3, it's 3 up, 3 down. Even though there was a base hit, it's still 5-all. We'll be back.
Runner up number 4, Gary Gardner. Leading off for the Colts in the top of the 5th inning is going to be number 14, Noah.
Well, just having a little bit of fun there with the Colts players who are enjoying the game in all aspects, including dancing to the mid-inning music. All right, Noah.
Remember, these are 15-year-olds, 14-year-olds.
Exactly. Yeah, Noah Teal is going to step up to the plate to lead off. First pitch missed for ball 1. Isbell still on the mound for the Vikings. There's a ground ball hit to the first baseman. Picks it up. He'll make the unassisted out. And, of course, that is Cole Stellwagen. So a nice little G3 there that gets number 14. The next batter is number 25, Nicholas Hurd.
Isbell still working fast here in this inning.
Nicholas Hurd struck out swinging back in the 3rd. Swings and misses at that one.